Hello and welcome to Learn PCM. We are going to start with a series, and this series is regarding geometry. Okay, so the first chapter which we are going to discuss here is lines and angles. Okay, so the series is going to be about lines and angles, and uh, the channel which you're watching is Learn PCM. If you go through the channel, you'll see that we have come up with many series, and previous to this we were doing factorization, but due to some of the reasons, or you can say that due to the request of the students, I have stopped that one, and I am here in front of you with lines and angles, because some of the students, they want lines and angles, or you can say that they have some confusion in lines and angles or in geometry, which they need to clear. So before the exams, or you can say that the examinations are nearby or the tests are there, so they wish to get their concepts clear. So let's start with lines and angles. And before starting with this, I'll just start with the very basic. Okay, so the basic is what? Let's see. This is a point, right? This is a point. You know that point. If you are going to put it again and again, it will become bigger and thicker. So a point is simply like this, right? So what is this point? Point is actually a dot. Point is a dot. Now what is the specific, or what is the characteristic of this point? Point is dimensionless. The very first thing which you should know about point is that it is dimensionless. When I talk that it is dimensionless, it means that it should not have, it has no length. In all the cases, you can say that it has no length. Okay, it has no breadth, as well as it has no height. Okay, so this is point. Point is dimensionless, right? Now when we collect point, on a linear path, okay, when we collect a point, or when we have collection of point or group of points on a linear path, what we are going to get, you can see here that when this point, these were the collection of points, and they were just joined together, and now you're getting a straight line. Since I have taken a linear path, or you can say a straight path, so here you are going to get a straight line. Now when I'm using a word line, it does have some specific meaning. Now this line, if the collection of points, if this collection of point is continued further, say if it is going to continue in the right direction as well as in the left direction, it will have no end, right? You can just move it towards the left as well as towards the right, and in such a case you need to show it by both sided arrow. When I am using both sided arrow, it shows that this line or this collection of point can be extended towards the right as well as towards the left direction. Understood? What is then line? Line, actually, if you wish to define it, or if you wish to find the characteristics of line, you can simply say that it is collection of point, or you can say that it is endless collection of point. Okay, so endless collection of points on linear path. Okay, now again, it is it dimensionless? Do you feel that it is dimensionless? No, it is not dimensionless. It is having some length, or you can say that it is unidimensional. So it is unidimensional. Line is unidimensional. When I'm using the word uni, it means that either of these three, it has either one of these three. Okay, it means either it is going to have length or breadth or height. Okay, when you are going to consider line like this, when sorry when you show line like this, see, in diagonal position, okay, you can say in slanting position, or when you show a line like this, still it shows some height. Or if you take a line, say when you are showing it in the form of a breadth, say if you are having something which is endless, okay, when you talk about plane, it is endless actually, okay, and a plane has length as well as some breadth, okay, but the if you consider one of the edges of a plane, then it has one line in it, and then that line is extended towards both direction. But we consider only a part of a plane when we wish to show any of the examples or any of the questions, okay. But here, when we talk about line, do remember that line can be extended towards both the sides. So it has no end point. It has no end point. In any of the direction, you will not get any of the end points. Okay, you cannot discover any of the end point. Why? Because it is endless. It has endless, unlimited length. Unlimited length. Understood? It has unlimited length. You cannot measure the length of a line. Second thing is what? Or you can say next point is what? A line is denoted by small letters. Okay, when you just take a line, it is denoted by small letters, particularly like this L or maybe M, or if you wish, you can show it by N, somewhere, but only one sided, okay. Say if this one line, if you are considering this line, you simply can show it by small p. If you want to consider this line and you want to show this line, you can just represent it by small t. You can represent this line by small l, okay. But if you wish to give big capital letters, if you wish to name them with capital letters, in such a case you have to consider any of the 2 points on the line somewhere, okay. Say if you are taking 2 points on this line, say this is A and this is B, because we know that the points are denoted by capital letters. So this line, this particular line, if we just remove this P from here, in such a case this line is going to be represented by AB, and then it should have one double-sided arrow on its head. So this is the representation of a line, representation of, or you can say a symbol which is used for line, representation of line, okay. If you are using BA like this, still it is a line only, and the same line can be represented in this way as well. So it has no difference. Any of the direction can be used. Either you can show it by AB or you can show it by BA. So this was all about line, right? Let's discuss about the ray, okay. Now what is a ray? What is a ray? As I told you that the line is what? The line is collection of unlimited number of points. Line is what? Endless collection of points. Okay. We have seen here it is endless collection of points. Similarly, a ray is also endless collection of points. Okay. A ray is as well. It is also a endless collection of points. But you will notice one difference in this. And what is it? You can see that one arrow, I have shown one arrow to one side but not to other side. It shows that this ray, it has one starting point, okay. And again here also you can say that if I wish to write here the definition, or you can say the characteristics, you will again say that it is also endless collection of points, okay. So it has again, it has an unlimited length. When it is endless collection, it means it is also having unlimited length. You cannot measure the length of a ray, right? Then it is again a unidimensional. It means it has one dimension, any of the dimensions, length, breadth or height, okay. And then do you Do you find here that there is no end point? You can see that there is at least one end point, which is the starting, which is the actual, in actual, it is a starting point. This point is termed as a starting point, but since to this point it cannot be extended further, so we can call it as end point. Okay, why do we say it as a starting point? Because the ray, if you consider sun, okay, if you consider sun, let me show you one sun over here, and if you consider sun, then out of sun the rays are coming out. You can see that this becomes the point if you consider sun as a point. Okay, now out of this point, this sun point, the rays, the light is coming out, the sunlight is coming out, and that is coming out and it moves towards one direction and it has one starting point. So this is considered as a starting point because it is starting from a source. Similarly, if you take a torch, in your hand, and if you just light it up, and you will see that the light which comes out of it, okay, the glow which is coming out of it, again you will see that the rays are coming out of it, and it seems to us that it starts from one single point, from this torch. It starts from one source, and it moves on and on until some obstacle comes into its path, right? So again it becomes a ray where you find that there is one starting point, and it goes on and on endlessly until there is some obstacle in front of it. So this becomes a ray, right? So this is the concept of ray, that it is again endless collection of points on a linear path. It has unlimited length. It is again unidimensional, right? And it has one end point. It has one end point, or you can say starting point. Okay, understood? Now, how do you represent this ray? How do you represent a representation of a ray? Again, if you need to show this ray, if you need to represent this ray, if you want to symbolize it, you have to give the name to its last point, or that is the end point. Say if you are taking it as C. Okay, if you consider this as C, in such a condition you have to consider some point on this line anywhere. Okay, so somewhere on this line you have to consider one more point. Say here, if you are considering one more point, say it is D. In such a case, this ray has got a name now, and say its name will be represented like this: CD, and then one-sided arrow on its head. Understood? CD. Why CD? Because of its points. Two of the points you have considered on the ray, and you have shown it by one-sided arrow on its head. Understood? So this is the representation. Remember that points always are, these points which I have discussed in the beginning, these points are always, they are represented by capital letters, represented by capital letters. Okay, capital letters of alphabets, right? So when we talk about point over here or anywhere, whenever you are talking about point is always represented by capital letters. Points को हमेशा हम किससे दिखाते हैं? We show it by capital letters. ठीक है, इसको आपको ध्यान में रखना होगा. ठीक है, अब इसके बाद से एक और हमारा टॉपिक है, एंड इट इज़ सेगमेंट, लाइन segment. ठीक है, when we talk about a line segment, now what is the difference here? Now what is line segment? Line segment is limited. You can say that it is also a collection of points, but here the collection of points are limited. Okay, the collection of point is limited. So you can say that limited collection of points, limited collection of points on a linear path. When I'm saying limited collection, it means it must have limited length, or you can say that it must have fixed length. Okay, it has fixed length. Fixed points are there, it means fixed length is there, right? And again, it is also unidimensional. Of course, it is also unidimensional, right? Because it will show either the length or the breadth or the height, right? Now, how many endpoints are there? Just tell me how many endpoints are there. You can see that there are two of the endpoints. So two endpoints. Endpoints. Now, when we say that it is having two endpoints, it means it becomes. You can say that it is this. It is the smallest part of a line. Don't you feel that? What is this? If you consider a line, when we consider a line, what is there? A line is what? Simply it is extended towards both of the direction. When you consider a ray, you just take one point and then it is considered, it moves on and on to one side direction, right? And when we consider a line segment, so in that case you will say this is line. Let me show you. This is suppose the line. Then you are having, if you consider from here, so if you consider one sided, and then it becomes a ray. And if you again take a part of it, I mean that if you take 2 points, say you consider 2 points on it or on this, in such a case you will get what? You will get a line segment. Understood? So this is line, or even this is also a line, because both sided arrows, these are symbolizing, these are giving you a clear picture that this is a line. Okay, this is a line. Why? Because towards the both side you can find arrows, and it shows that it can be extended towards both the directions. Okay, in this case you can see it very clearly that one sided arrow is presented over here. It means that this line can be extended only and only in one direction. Okay, and what about this? In this case you can see that both sides you have two end points. It shows that you cannot move towards this or you cannot move towards this. This is a part of this ray or this line. It means that line segment is simply a part of a line. Okay, so you can write that line segment is a part of a line. Okay, or even you can write array. Okay, so and how to represent it? How to represent this line? Say this line segment, say if this endpoint is, as I have told you, points are to be denoted by capital letters. So if this point you are taking it as L and this point as M, in such a case you will represent line as LM. And on the head, what you will show? You will simply show a bar. Okay, there will be a simple straight bar on LM which shows that it is a line segment. But in general, in books or in notebooks, when we are going to use, or when it is shown on the books, you will see that line segment simply will be shown like this. It means only two of the points, end points are shown, and it is considered as line segment. But to represent line, we have to either show it by double-sided arrow, or if it is a ray, then we have to show it by single-sided arrow. Understood? This was all about lines, array and a line segment. In the next part, we'll come up with the properties of lines and how we get the how we will move towards further. That we will discuss in our next coming session. Okay, so keep watching Learn PCM, and if you are here new or if you are watching for the first time, do subscribe the channel to watch such type of videos, and I hope that you are going to clear your doubts and the concept over here very clearly. Thank you so much.